Hey guys, what's up? This is NPFSU in HD here with another PS3 Dynasty video, Season 1. Week 2 is here, Week 1 is in the books, and some interesting things have happened. Wanted to give an update. I have a bye week in Week 2, so this gave me an opportunity to get a video up with another update. Let's just jump right into it. Look at Week 1, first thing pops up. Clemson losing to Georgia, which is a huge thing. Says Tigers falter at home. They lose a tough home game against Georgia. It was a rivalry matchup. Not a good start for Huddy in his inaugural career as a Clemson head coach. Next up, we have TCU and LSU. This was a huge matchup between two top 25 teams, just like the Clemson and Georgia game. Looks like it came down to the wire. They win a tight battle for the season opener, so Heavy and LSU off to a great start. Highlights of that matchup will be later in the video, so look out for that. Continue to watch and you'll see some highlights from that big game. Florida State, we started off pretty strong against Pitt, turned everything on in the second half, and were able to get out of Heinz Field with a win. Definitely a tough matchup, only up by 4 points, 21-17 at the beginning of the half, and then it was off to the races in the second half for us. Highlights of that game will be in the highlights as well later on in this update. Okay, so looking at Cal versus Northwestern, not a high-profile game. Jay Will's getting off to, I guess, a little shaky start. This is a fairly underrated team, so it's going to be tough, an uphill battle for him. But I got confidence he'll turn everything around for Week 2. So we'll see what happens there. Oklahoma State, they had a little bit of trouble with Mississippi State, a hard time stopping the run, but they were able to prevail as a high-octane offense as they are. Using the air raid, they were able to pull away later in the game, and you have some highlights following on that as well. The game of the week would have been, was Oregon against Boise. That was an upset in the happening there. Oregon being the number 6 ranked team in the country. They put up 42 points. Boise just put up more points. So looks like maybe there's some opportunity for Marlowe to kind of shore up the defense. Maybe he will for his next matchup. It's probably going to be a little lighter than the Boise State game. But, yeah, definitely huge. Florida, they come away with a good victory. Toledo gave them a tough showing here. They were able to pull off late to get the win. They were pretty tight at half, and it looks like they were tight all the way through. And just a little tough sledding for the Gators. We'll see if they can improve on this win and continue to, go up in the rankings. Miami, like I was saying in the update before, we never know what you get when you're dealing with UConn as a head coach. They pull out, a tight game against FAU. Obviously a weak opponent, and Miami sucks. Hope they would have lost, but hey, can't get everything my way, so it's all good. And so that's it for those week matchups. A lot of great things happening in Week 2. So let's kind of dive into some other things that's happening and see what's going on with in the ESPN thing here. So top 25 polls. See if there's any changes for this week for Week 2. Looks like top 5 is pretty much the same. You got Texas A&M sliding a little bit, Stanford moving up, and Georgia moving up. They've actually gained a point for first place. So thanks to Clemson and Huddy, they were able to gain a point of interest, and they've improved their shot at a national championship. So then, Florida's jumped up a few spots. You see they moved into the number 7 spot after a big win, and this week they're playing Miami. And another big game for Georgia against South Carolina. and Miami should be a pretty decent game. It'll be one of the first user games in the Dynasty. Should be interesting to see what happens with Florida and Miami, because I have to play them both. So wish they both could lose, but I guess that's not possible. So whatever. All right, so let's look at LSU. They got UAB, a little light from after facing TCU. They jumped up to number 9 from 12, 3 spots. So it looks like a lot of teams have jumped up due to a Clemson and Oregon loss. Yes. So I jumped up a couple spots to the 11th rank, just ahead of Oregon, which had that heartening loss to Boise State. This week they have Virginia. Maybe that's definitely going to be a lighter team to play. Hopefully they can bounce back and get a win. And let's round out. See, Clemson, they dropped all the way from 9 to 15. Gotta suck. Puts them right now out on the outside looking in. See if they can maybe rebound against Kentucky. They probably will, since Kentucky is not as good as Georgia, obviously. See, Oklahoma State has University of what? Texas State? Like, really? Interesting. Well, that looks like that's probably going to be another easy win for the commish. Good job, watching at the scheduling. Let's see, and I think Cal is not in this poll. It's top 25, obviously. They're on outside, and I think Miami is also out there dwindling, trying to hopefully a win here over Florida will help them get into the top 25. Should be a huge game. My game of the week. All right, and let's back out and see what's going on else in the Dynasty. Let's see. Heisman watch. Let's go ahead and jump into that. See what's popping off here. So looks like it's the same thing here, but look at this here. We have a defensive player jumping into the Heisman race. Wow, he recorded 8 sacks against Toledo. That is amazing. That's an amazing feat. So we have a defensive end, folks. That's right, defense in the Heisman race on NCAA 2014. So apparently, you can play a little bit of defense in this game. Just throwing that out there. Maybe Toledo was passing a lot. Who knows? It was a high-scoring game, but you know his defensive player were able to make some plays, so that's awesome. Although I still hate him. Okay, let's move on to here. Same thing. I mean, you have Johnny Manziel, McCarron, and Braxton Miller and Bridgewater. Looks like Mariota is the one that fell out. The Oregon quarterback. We're gonna try to follow him, see if he can keep his Heisman run up. He may come back, get a chance to get back in once he plays another tough opponent. But it looks like this is, unless Bullard could pull off another high, sack game against Miami, he may not be here next week, but we shall see. All right, and that's that. Looking at. Go over the conference standings real quick, see where everybody's at after the first week. Clemson drops all the way to bottom. Well, that's kind of obvious. And Miami's moved up to second in the conference. Let's see, in the SEC, Florida's hanging in at third, and LSU still hanging around at 6. They have some wood to chop to get up there to the top of the conference. And let's look at the Big 12. And Oklahoma State is hanging out there at third. They have Kansas State, Oklahoma in front of them, which are very savvy teams. So it should be an interesting battle in the Big 12 to reach the top. And let's go out to the Pac-12 and see what's going on with Cal. And so Cal is kind of dropped off to 8th. Still a lot of time, still a lot of games to be played. So they could be in the running for the Pac-12 championship. We'll just have to see if Jay Will can get things on the right track for these guys. And that is pretty much it for my update today as far as that. Now we're going to get into the highlights from last week's game. I hope you guys enjoyed them. And I'll be talking to you guys later with another update as soon as I can get it done. Depends on how the games go and how how we advance. But since I had time bye week this week, I was able to get an update out. Just wanted to get another one up there, and appreciate you guys watching. And I'll check you guys out later. Peace.
Who that was asking where the party's at? Everybody know the best party in town is at Tiger Stadium, honey. Them people crazy down there. Pop you open a cold 40, honey. Come sit with me. They say Mike the Tiger is feeling hungry for some ass tonight. LSU, honey, is in the house. Purple and gold, just like this wig I have on, honey. We here for LSU, darling. Yes, Lord. And somebody say they were supposed to win. Good Lord. Get them, Tigers. Cuss them, Tigers. Fight them, Tigers. Honey, just slap them, Tigers. Bite them, Tigers. Curse them out. Talk real bad about their mama and them. Jump up and holler and make some touchdown things. Field goal, whatever it takes, honey. Please win. T-I-G-E-R-A. That's them LSU Tiger means. Lord. You gotta love them.
I'ma need all my Seminoles to stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah. They ain't ready for this. Rough fight. I bet they never heard it done like this before. Not like this, oh nah. Who you reppin' for? For that Florida State, it's time to head to war. If you don't know where it's at, let me run it back. I bet they never heard it done like this before. Not like this, oh nah. Who you reppin' for? For that Florida State, it's time to head to war. So now you know where it's at, then do the chant like I rep it, I mean it. I'm reppin' the meanest thing that ever stepped on the scene. We kick it like FIFA, this player's collegiate, and I ain't on the team, but my uniform's the cleanest. See, ain't no helmet to cleats needed. Fresh fits with sneakers. This freshman's a dreamer. That season like seniors, you better ease up. We giving them reasons to fear, best believe it. We here, we ain't leaving, and yes, we love it, live it, and bleed it. Oh, the garnet like Kevin, the gold like what they walk on in heaven.